Hey there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and record video because I'm feeling like I think it would be funny. So one of the first questions that I have from my family, they are really kind of discouraging about me sharing glimpses of my life with a general audience of strangers. But mi casa es su casa here. Just don't be weird. You can be your own welcoming way, kind of weird. But anyway, why do I want to start sharing my everyday life with you? Well, the truth is that I don't think there's any way to go around that, right? And I used to be quite a private person growing up, to the point that it was actually kind of hindering. I've been through a lot of things where I've gained a lot of wisdom and unfortunately a lot of heartache and stress. But that'll be a story for another time. Basically, the point is that no, I am not alone. I don't feel lonely. I'm actually very content with my life. I'm very happy. And there's always good or bad, but mostly the good stands out. The thing is that because I was so private with my life for such a long time, it started to become this thing where people doubted the good things about my life. It affected me medically. It affected me professionally. I would say there was a lot of hometown monsters that I had to deal with. And if anybody ever claims that they know me, they don't know me. And that's where a lot of the issues came from. So anyway, I'm here to show you just kind of glimpses of my inside life and to share the boring things and the fun things. And you don't have to subscribe, but if you subscribe and I get up to 50 subscribers, I can start live streaming, which is kind of the goal, because sometimes on a random Tuesday, I just want to share things. So, come sit at the table with me. The house is a mess. I'm a mess, because I painted. But before I work on some other DIY projects, let's just hang out for a little bit. These are my birdies. The little one that's screaming right now in the front, that's Vinny. He's about 15 years old. And Peaches and Melon are much younger. Peaches is the one at the top. She's flying to get food. And Melon is the little yellow one. They're conures. And conures are always a handful if you don't have patience and if you don't love them back. But if you love them, they make your day so much brighter. And so, anyway, I just thought I'd let you know. Maybe this is something that I shouldn't be quite so nonchalant about. I am an educator. I'm a pre-med. And right now, I work on pretty much different projects around the house to make it nice and pretty. And not only that, but I also really do enjoy like research and stuff. And I am also, person with a lot of different backgrounds and wisdom from all those different things in between. And what made that interesting is that nobody believed me until maybe early this year in my own community. So a lot of that had to do with the privacy that I was keeping. And now I just feel like I'm in a space where even if this is never seen, at least I can be me and talk about me and stories that I don't want to go unnoticed. My family, some of them have passed away already, but my family always had such a rich history and depth and life, and I always thought it's so important that they one day share their story. And usually it was others that did it for them with their own opinions and beliefs of their behaviors. Whatever it is that you interpret about me, come here, Vinny. Whatever it is that you interpret about me as we go through this sharing story, I just want you to know that I want you to have some sort of indifference. And remember that we all come in with our own biases as to what we believe and as to what we feel, even if it's about others. And that's also something that I've implemented a lot in my research. You know, I've been called a hippie, a pseudosciencer, but no, that's not really it. I think the truth is that because we all come in with our own beliefs and biases, it's harder to really understand where someone else is coming from. And when we talk about medical stuff, when we talk about psychology and psychiatry, a lot of that is interpretation of the provider over the person that is actually sharing the story. And that's where I find that a lot of harm is done. Especially here in my community, where I myself have been hurt by people that thought I needed some sort of certain help or tried to frame me a certain way for their benefit. Just so they know, if they're watching, I am all the more wiser than they are. But I'm at peace. And as I work towards justices for people that have been mistreated and don't know what to do with that, I hope that sharing my stories, even if they're just archived for myself and people that find this one day, will somehow bring peace or some sort of resonance or more deep diving depth into understanding me. Somebody that I like watching in Korea is live right now. But, you know, I was mistreated. I was misdiagnosed. I was framed. I was gone after. I almost died, and nobody believed me. It's funny that those things could happen to someone, and the truth doesn't come to light until something really extreme happens. The scary part about being close to dying is not that you are going to die, at least not for me. The scary part about being close to dying, especially by the hands of someone else, is that no one believed me, and they were going to let it happen. And I was called crazy. I was investigated. I was in a dark space. So I decided I was not going to sit there and be idle about it. I decided that I was going to take matters into my own hands to an extent. And even to this day, there's some hometown monsters that think about the petty things, the dumb things. They try to make me sound a certain way, frame me a certain way, and it's just not true. So if this is too heavy for you, then fine, but I've heard a lot of sad stories. I've heard people with heavy things, and they feel beat up. They feel like their God is unforgiving. And come here, Vinny. And it's just not a good place to be. So why am I sharing this with you? It's brought out a lot of my artistry. It's brought out a lot of the ways in which I see the world. And it's formulated how I heal, how I interact with people, how I see the world around me. Little do I know it. I've always been seen to be a nice person, a sweet person. Then one day, some time ago, someone decided that that wasn't going to help them. Tried to rewrite me, tried to reframe me. If that's you, if you have anger in your heart, if your spirit is on fire, don't hurt other people. It's not going to help you. Certainly not going to help them. And no one can save you when once you've done whatever you've done, gets into the light. I'm a spiritual person. I always have been. But also to an extent. I am only human. I believe human things. And I remember one time saying this in my lowest, and they said she's experiencing grandiosity, she's crazy, she's into weird things. No. I believe in God just as much as your next door neighbor. I'm not a total diehard religious person. I believe in the different practices of different people and regions of the world. I believe it's all one God, whomever you may believe. We just have a different image. But my God is all forgiving. And while that hurts me too, because I am only human, it does bring me more peace to know that what I do to someone, it's my guilt to live with. What you do to someone is yours. And I was just raised to hear it that way. I was raised to see it that way. You know? Anyway, when you watch my videos, I hope it's just like sitting with an aunt or an uncle or a sibling or grandparent if I make it that far, at the table drinking coffee. I might show you guys some videos of things I'm doing around the house, of some of my research that I'm proud of some creative works. I have a mini album on Spotify, it's really fun. Sounds generic, I didn't know, but the lyrics were all mine, and so there's a lot of the engineering, so. What else? Yeah, here goes nothing. If I have to erase this sometime down the line, at least you can see it now. And welcome to my home. Bye for now.